and structure. So when we take a look at a chart and we begin to build an understanding of what may happen next, this is our focus. So before we get stuck into anything, I want to bear this in mind. All of us people, we are people who want to believe in absolute certainty. Deterministic people living in probabilistic world. All this means is we want a reason as to why something happens. We all want to be able to know exactly why something happened. So next time, when the same event happens, we get the exact same results. And unfortunately, that's not the way the world works. And it's not the way anything works. Now, 1 + 1 is 2. That's true today, tomorrow, and the next day. But once you start putting people into the mix, now we're no longer dealing with determinism. No longer are we dealing with specific outcomes. We are now dealing with more of the probability that something may happen. So when it comes to trading, it is all about predicting with a degree of certainty. Okay? Now this is for your notes. Predicting with a degree of certainty. A statistical probability of success. That is what we're trying to do. And that is what we're going over today. Is how to figure out what that is. Now, as you can see in front of you, I have some slides here that I'll burn through really quickly. Then we'll get straight into the charts. Sound good? Give me a yes if you can hear me and see me. Well, see the screen. Feedback is very, very important also. So this is... Awesome. So this is very important before I do anything here, and that is to stay out of legal hot water, right? And I fell in love with this idea. There is a way for us to have a high degree of certainty, the notion of what is going to happen next in the markets. So just bear with me for a second and then we'll jump straight into that, okay? This is the obvious disclaimer. Incredibly obvious and painful disclaimer, but necessary. My results aren't even on the same planet as typical. Success in this field or any is hard and requires constant work. You don't just get to sit around all day and count your money. No matter how good the instructions are, the average person who consumes, buys a trading course or material rarely gets any results. We all know this. Kind of like how the average person buys the fitness thingy on the TV but rarely looks like the person in the commercials, right? You get the point. So no income claims are made or implied, and I can show you what has worked for me, but please do not take it as an insinuation that the average person will do the same. I have no clue what the average person or anyone will do. I think it is safe to assume the answer is nothing, right? Now, here's the important thing. I'm not a broker. I'm not a dealer. I'm not certified by anybody to be qualified to teach you what I'm about to teach you. Essentially, no one has certified me as knowledgeable with this stuff. I have a decade of being an active currency trader. I have successful clients and I also have some unsuccessful ones too. But here's the really important thing. Excuse me. Information contained in this training is not meant to provide any significant investment advice. Trading requires risking money in pursuit of future gain. That is your decision. Do not risk money you cannot afford to lose. This training does not take into account your individual circumstances. It is intended to educate only, not as individual investment advice. Is everybody clear on that? It is important. No agency has bestowed upon me the proper credentials to be able to share what I'm about to share with you, but I'm going to share it with you anyway, because I think it has value. You will have to determine for yourself whether or not it has value to you. How many of you here right now are brand new? Well, familiar faces here, but anyone here, this is your first training that you've ever been with me. You don't really know much about investing at the moment. You know even less about trading. You're just kind of looking around. You got a little bit of money that you're trading with right now. And you think to yourself, it would be really nice if I actually understood what was happening. It feels like there is this mystery kept around it, and we really try to overcomplicate things. Now, I tend to work with two types of people. Those who are really complete novices and they don't know anything about this stuff. I work with some people who know absolutely nothing to start off with. They're confused and they're like a little ashamed that they don't understand more about it. It's like you go into a room, there's always some fancy individual talking up how amazing they are and all this knowledge and how much they're making in trading. And these guys are usually liars, by the way. But they're always talking up a big game. They know all the lingo. It makes you feel even worse about your situation because you don't know any of that stuff and you can't help but feel like a complete rube. Then we get the other kind of people. The people who talk up how amazing they are. They use all the lingo, been in the markets for months and years, and in some cases, yet they make all the mistakes even novice traders make. Although they may be more competent in terms of their knowledge in the execution. They are failures, and they are failures because they tend to overcomplicate things. So what I'm going to do with you now is, even if you are completely new to this and you know nothing, you are going to walk away with a really clear understanding of why markets move, how they move, how you can potentially capitalize on these moves. Are we good on that? Are we ready? All right. Got that out of the way. There's no right or wrong style. And it doesn't matter if you want to sit in front of your charts and be active for hours, or if you're pressed for time and you can only spend a couple of minutes in front of the charts. However you choose to trade is entirely up to you. It all starts with an understanding of structure. So what is structure? It's a living and breathing entity. I've always found it to be helpful to look at it that way. Structure is the visual representation of the results of all market participants' actions. I can't be more simpler than that. Think of it in terms of as a collection of all individuals making individual decisions. And what you'll find is there are certain things that we can take advantage of that can be exploited. This is actually a language that, once understood, reading the language of the markets, all of a sudden, you are going to see things and understand things that you never saw before. An entirely new world is going to open up to you. I want to teach you how to participate in the culture of the markets. So I'm going to flip to a chart right now and go over why what most people are wondering, why the market does what it does. So here's a chart right here. Got an example from, if you look to the left, around July, we can see that the market hit a low point right there. Now, if we look to the right, we can see we've reached a high point. Now, it's real clear that the market went from the bottom left to the top right. 100 out of 100 traders have to agree that's what happened, that the market appreciated in value. Now, we know from the dates there what likely happened during that time on gold, right? But I want to take the opportunity here to let you know that the why is not important, because the talking heads and the analysts will always find a reason as to why. Now, we do not care why the market moved. The only thing that we care about is the result and what it tells us about what will happen next. Now, because I'm on the socials and I've been marketing myself a lot lately, and I'm getting messages from people asking me, why did this move? They send me these things. Why did that move? Can you take a look at this? Why has it moved here or there or up or down? And my response is always the same. I don't know. You can go check out Bloomberg and I'm sure they'll come up with some reason that'll sound completely plausible. Remember, we are deterministic people living in a probabilistic world. We want to know why. and put our finger on it. But the why isn't important. All that is important is what happened historically. Another question that is often asked, to no surprise, is what about fundamentals? Is anyone here right now trying to trade fundamentals at the moment in the markets? Anyone trying to follow what's going on? Following the ECBs, the FOMCs? Well, Vincent's clever. So the thing about this is, you don't need to know how to read income statements or balance sheets or news earnings, central bank decisions. Like, this is one of the biggest questions I get when I start talking about technical analysis, because it's assumed that if you want to be successful in investing or in trading, that you need to know how to do these things. And nothing could be further from the truth. Now, while I'm a firm believer that there are an infinite number of ways to profitably trade and invest, an understanding of fundamentals are not necessary for success. Now, if you believe the contrary, listen to me. If you believe the opposite, I will share with you this in the kindest and most respectful way possible. If you are not already a consistently profitable trader, there is no reason for you to be here, so feel free to leave now. But if you are not a successful trader, then you are in no position to tell anybody else what is or isn't necessary for success. I've been doing this for over a decade. I've been training people, traders, now since 2018 via one-on-one private mentoring and group coaching. I'm very good, not just as a trader. I'm not the best trader in the world, but I'm somewhere around an average trader. But I'm really, really good at teaching it. I'm really good at getting other people results. And I see familiar faces right here who are getting results. Now, I would highly encourage you that if you want to be successful as a trader, that you listen closely to what I'm about to share with you, because it has changed the lives of those I work with, and I'm wholeheartedly grateful for that and that opportunity. Are we clear on that? I love you, Brian. Now, here's the problem with fundamentals. To consistently profit from news, earnings, and Fed decisions, you must consistently get two things right. This is why it's virtually impossible for retail traders or investors to consistently make profits based off of news events or earning decisions or anything like that. First thing you have to get right is the news event itself. So let's say you're researching Tesla, for example, and you're looking at the income statements, the balance sheets, and you're looking at what the experts are saying, what the report is going to decide, and what their earnings report is going to be. The first thing that you have to get right consistently, not just one time, but consistently, is what the news event will be. So will it come in ahead of earnings, behind earnings, or at earnings? You have to know what that is. The second thing, how the market will react to that event. Now, here's the thing, and what I tell prospects I get on calls with, or my clients right now that I'm working with, that they should not be focused on fundamental information, because those are two things that you can't possibly know in advance. Even if you could know them once, and you can't know them with certainty over time. Yes, you might be able to predict or guess whether earnings will come in above or below expectations, but you have no idea how the market will react to that event. How many of you have been following a stock or watching an earnings report, and the earnings report came out exactly as the way you thought it would be, and then the market sold off when you thought it should have gone up? Anybody had something like that? Right? Or vice versa, right? Terrible earnings number and the stock goes up anyway. Why? Now, what do? sit around and go, well, why did that happen? I don't understand what's going on. It doesn't make any sense. So turn on Bloomberg or whatever, and sure enough, amazingly, those talking head morons behind the desk have an excuse as to why it happened. Bad news can be good news because it was expected. Right, we can't, as retail traders, we don't have access to know that consistently. Right? The talking heads, all those, they're great at coming up with reasons why, but not a single one could have predicted that the news event would come out and the market would go in the wrong direction. Right? They are really good at telling you what happened after it occurred. We're all good at that. Hindsight traders, some of the best traders in the world. But they're really bad at telling you what is going to happen next. So what we're going to focus all our time and attention on is we're going to focus on what's going to happen next. Now, just really briefly, for those who aren't familiar with me, my name is Phil C. I'm in Australia. I'm raised in a family business. I live and breathe business, and I follow in my father's footsteps. He was awarded one of the best bathroom vanity businesses in Australia. And while I was working in the family business, I also built a company called First Adverts, an affiliate marketing company, something with paid ads, right? I did that for a while. And with a passion for the currency markets and with my own investments and fortunate circumstances, able to dedicate to trading full time. Now, I started in 2010, 3 to 4 years, a lot of people already know my story, 3 to 4 years after becoming consistently profitable, showing a track record to my mentor, which I'm wholeheartedly proud of, and receiving an endorsement from that, then I launched Star Prosper to share my skills and knowledge with others so that they may implement the same proven methods I have to potentially do this for themselves. And I'll tell you something right now. If it wasn't for trading, I'd be doing exactly the same thing with my affiliate marketing business. I've always wanted to do this. Service to many leads to greatness. I've always had this deep in my heart. I've been wanting to service other people. It's about enlightened self-interest where everyone wins and nobody loses. So I love this. Brian, I've had stops hit, entries taken by 3 pips straight to target during news. Don't care, set the trade and forget. Yeah, that's right. Set and forget mentality allows us to be in an emotional liberating feeling, which is great. So I'm grateful to be in a position now to work with people like you from around the world and take control of their money, their life, by becoming financially independent with the skill set of trading. That's what this is. It's a skill set, it's a multiplier, and it's a great asset to your life to have control over your money and over your income. Anything that you get, you can multiply. Very simple philosophy on personal finance, right? Two-pronged assault. First, spend less than you make. We all know that, right? Spend less than you make. The second thing is to invest what remains into things that you understand. The biggest problem I see with people investing in the world today with the average person is they've done the first part really well. They managed to figure out a way to spend less than they make. Biggest problem is they haven't invested in things they don't understand. They've given it to a money manager. They've given it to a financial advisor, and they just cross their fingers and say, I sure hope he knows what he's doing. I hope he's got it figured out, right? The persons you are going to right now and you're giving your money away to and saying, okay, I think you can do whatever you want to. That manager, whoever that's got your stuff invested in different balanced portfolios, by the time we're done here today, you will know more about technical analysis than he does. You're going to be better qualified to look at what is happening in the market and tell whether or not you should be invested, or that you should be going out, adding to your position sizes, or whether you should be taking some money off the table or quit or going flat altogether. So you can capitalize on the really big moves when they happen. Is everyone tracking with me so far? I'm going to get into it now. All right. All right, so where's the charts at here? Everyone's with me. That's good. All right, so I'm going to drop this and tell me if you can see the charts. I can. Technical analysis. Ladies and gentlemen. All right, so what we're going to do is find some white space here. Now, a lot of you already know this at the moment, but for the new people, we're going to go over this and we're going to understand price action right now. Resolution is low. That could be your side, Vincent, maybe. It could be your internet connection. I know no one likes to hear that, but it may be. Okay. All right, so grab pen and paper, follow along if you're brand new to price action here. So market moves in one of three ways, okay? I love you, Vincent. Market moves in one of three ways. Goes up, goes down, or goes sideways. Everyone's seen that. Everyone's seen this before. Goes up, down, or in consolidation. The worst thing that you can do is overcomplicate this. It's really simple. So let's walk through the ebbs and flows of the markets, right? Looks like this. We have a move, a directional move towards the upside, like this. So buyers coming in, they buy the market, then price finds a high, an initial high, okay? Right there. At this point, sellers are looking at it and saying, you know, this could be a good place to sell. And you'll see the market put in one of these. We'll put in one of these moves, like this. Now, it might decline a lot, all the way down here, or we might have a small move, but at some point, the sellers who have taken over, who've pushed this market down, now begin to lose momentum. Or maybe because there aren't a lot of sellers left at that level right there. Or it could be more buyers looking and anxious to buy than there are sellers at this point. So the market puts in another move towards the upside. Right here. What's this move called? Right there. A lot of you should know that by now. Market puts in a new structure high. Right there. Then we see, that's it, NSH. Then we see the market retrace all the way back down into this level again. Right? And this happens over and over and over and over again. What's this called? What's this trend? What's it called? And then we have another pullback. Yep. Bullish trend. So maybe it comes in and almost retests a high, or it just quite can't get up there again. Right here. And then what happens? We fail to make a new high, don't we? And then the market reverses. We get a shift. The market ends up breaking structure to the downside. And then we have a pullback again. And then we have another move towards the downside, like this. Vincent with the fancy words. Then we have another pullback right there. Another move towards the downside. And the process repeats over and over. This is the cycle. This is the ebbs and flows of price action. Now, what I love about this, beautiful game that you and I are in, is that structure tends to leave clues. Right here. Right there. These structure levels are really, really important. And I'll show you on a chart exactly how it works in a second. Oftentimes, when the market goes up and down and we ebb and flow, they tend to respect the previous structure levels, okay? These are like stair steps, right? We come down, we come back up. Where do we come back up into? This structure right here. We come down, we break, we pull back up into this structure level right here. Okay. Everybody understands so far. Ebbs and flows, price action, structure right there. Market respects structure. Okay. Now, when the markets don't go straight up and they don't go straight down, they tend to be in some sort of consolidation, right? Now, what we found historically, and this has been true for probably 100 years or so, markets are trending about 30% of the time. Did you know that? The other 70% of the time, they're in some kind of consolidation. So not up, not down, they're just moving and trading sideways. Okay. There are two different kinds of sideways consolidation. There's structured and unstructured consolidation. And it looks something like this. Market comes down like this. We get a pullback. We get a retest of the lows. And get another retest right here. We've all seen these kind of movements, haven't we? Especially, when we see this in the market when there's indecision. Don't know if we're breaking up. Don't know if we're breaking down. We see a lot of this movement. Okay. Now, as trend traders, that can be frustrating, can't it? When it's just kind of trapped in this channel right there. Now, that's structured consolidation. The other kind of consolidation is if we get, excuse me, is when we get a move towards the upside. So an initial move up, then we get a pullback, right? Then we get a move like this. I'm looking at Brian when I'm doing this one. Then we get a move down. Then we get another move back up like this. The market breaks towards the downside. Get another move like this, like that, like that. This is called unstructured. Unstructured consolidation, right? This looks like someone just vomited all over the chart, right? Right here. This can be frustrating for a lot of people too. But what's crazy is inside this kind of chaotic mess, there is some of the best trading and investment opportunities, short term, that exist in this chart. See this? Now this is a bit more advanced, but you can see these high probability patterns. Now I've got someone in the chat right now, Brian, who's trading these right now. They are highly profitable. Yep, we got a butterfly right here, got a Gartley right here. Might be a 618, Brian. So these are high probability patterns. So really good opportunities can exist in this kind of chart. Okay. Now, what I want to show you today is how to begin to see when these things emerge on the charts. Anyone have any questions so far what we're doing? You're too quick, I have slow hands. Yeah. Well, I see the Fibonacci levels, right? Everybody understand? Everyone following? Is a check back with you? Any questions as of right now? Because this is very, very basic stuff. And I want to make sure that if you're brand new and you've never really learned anything about markets and technical analysis, that this makes general sense to you. Okay. So now what we're going to do is go through the chart and walk through step by step in how we do this. Okay. So, for training purposes, we'll just start at the low right here. You can do it anywhere on the chart, anywhere, doesn't really matter. For this purposes, we're going to start right here. Okay. And what we're going to cover is exactly what we just went through. We get a move towards the upside right here. We get another move back. We get a move right up here. We get a tiny pullback right here. Okay, and just zoom in a bit more. And we just follow the market. We get a move towards the upside, don't we? We get a what? Pullback. We get another move towards the upside, retesting this high. Price action puts in another pullback. Ebbs and flows. We get a new structure high. We get another move towards the upside. Then what do we have? A pullback. Right there. Eurodollar, I recognize it by heart. Why, it's up here, Vincent. But it doesn't matter where it is. A chart's a chart's a chart, right? Doesn't matter if it's 4 hour, 1 hour, 15-minute, Eurodollar, Bitcoin. It's all price action. It's all the same, and it flows all the same. So we get another move towards the upside. That's the beautiful thing about reading the language. You start to see it everywhere. We have a pullback here. We have another move that retests the high. We have a pullback. And then we have another move that retests the high. What is happening right here? Do we get a new high at this point? It's all right. Do we get a new high there? What's this called? What's happening right now? Price action comes back down. We retest this low. We come up and retest the high right here. We failed to make new highs, don't we? So what's happening here is we're we're bullish, 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 and all of a sudden we've hit a point of exhaustion. And then price action does what? It trades sideways. So we've gone from bullish to consolidation. Exactly what we just covered. Price action does what? Another pullback. We come back up. Look, it fails to retest the high. What's this telling you? Price action's running out of steam. It's running out of fuel. The buyers come in and the sellers what? Start to take over. There's more sellers than buyers. Push the market down. Then what happens? We get a pullback here. Failed to retest that high yet again. Price action comes down. Creates a new leg. And then we move into what trend? What is this? Price action moves down. We get a pullback. Price action moves down. Pullback. We've gone from bullish to consolidation to bearish. Lightning bolts. Absolutely. Right? We've got this move towards the upside, which is bullish. We've got this move towards the downside, bearish. And we've also got consolidation right here. Now what we're going to do is add in those structure levels. So let's start from our lowest low again. We're going to run through price action again, and I want to point out to you the magic that is structure. Okay? So we have our starting point down here. Okay? We have a move towards the upside. And then we have a pullback right there. Where do we pull back into? Look left. Structure leaves clues. We have another move towards the upside. We have a tiny pullback here. Look left. Structure leaves clues. We have another move towards the upside. New structure high. We have a pullback. Pullback into where? Structure leaves clues. Market puts in another move towards the upside, retesting this high, right at this structure level. We come back down, we have a pullback into where? Look left, structure leaves clues. We have another move towards the upside, breaking above this high right here. We're breaking above this structure level. What is price signaling to us? What is price intending to do as we break structure and we create stair steps? We put a retracement back in, look left, structure right there. And the market continues to do this. Another move towards the upside. We break above this high right here. We get a pullback, back down into where? Look left. Structure leaves clues. Now price action and structure tends to act like a magnet and pull structure to these levels. We get another move, retest the high right up here. So this structure level right here is tested. We get another move towards the downside, don't we? Look left, structure leaves clues. Everyone understand this so far. Everyone's understanding structure, the significance of structure. And I'll explain how we take advantage of this and how to exploit this so we can find profitable trade setups. We get a retest of the high. We come back down, retest this low right there. Structure leaves clues. Now, is it fair to say that this structure level right here has some kind of significance to it? It's been tested 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, holds. We get another move towards the upside, retesting this high. Look left, structure leaves clues. What's happening here? We're bullish. We come right into consolidation. We retest the high, retest the low, retest the high, retest the low, retest the high. We fail to break this structure looking left. So then price action comes all the way back down, retesting this low. We fail to retest this structure high. Then price action does what? We come down, retest that structure level yet again. Until price action does what? We get a pullback here. And then we break towards the downside. We finally break structure looking left. So we've moved into bullish consolidation. What trend are we in right now? We break structure to the downside. We put in a new leg. Pullback. This is a tiny pullback here. But we come back into structure right there. Price action puts in another leg down towards the downside. We pull back into where? Look left. We have another move towards the downside. We come back into look left right here. Again, new structure low. We have a pullback into where? Structure leaves clues. A retest of the lows, shallow pullback, another leg down, pullback, look left, structure leaves clues. Okay? I'm glad you're enjoying it, Vincent. Does everybody follow price action and structure right now? Any questions on that? Remember, the stair steps. Price action tends to act like a magnet to these structure levels. As long as we continue to trade the structure, we are going to put ourselves in a position where statistically we have a probability of winning. Remember the truth to profits I was talking about? Being half right, positive risk to reward profile. Where do we put our entries? Where are these trade setups? That's where structure comes into play. Now this is what I'll show you is a strategy I teach my private clients and what I trade live every single day, Monday to Friday. So they have proof of concept and begin to cultivate faith in structure trading and begin the belief that they can do it themselves. So I trust you're seeing the power of structure right now and how it can be beneficial to your own trading. What we're going to do right now is remove this right here and then follow from this side all the way down. So what we're looking at is bearish moves. So we have a bearish trend. As Russell points out, we are looking for a lightning bolt towards the downside. Okay. Now what I'm going to show you here is called a trend following strategy. So we have a move down. We have a pullback right here. A move all the way back down. And then we've got a pullback right here. We have another leg down. And what we're going to do is look for entries at structure. Okay. So we have another move towards the upside right here. A shallow one right there. And what we're looking for is if we grab our dealer thingy right here, let's say that we are going to enter at structure right there. Okay, so at the lows, we grab our dealer thingy there. We're going to have stops above the high. And we're going to shoot for going to shoot for a positive risk to reward profile, $1.20. Just over 1 to 1. Okay, going to risk $1 for $1.20. Everyone following so far. Our entry right at structure is trend following strategy right here. So we just go through like this. We're looking for entries at structure. That's all we're doing. Okay. So price action comes down. We come back. We retest. We enter right there. We have a positive risk to reward profile. And price action comes close to our targets. So we get an emotional, and you get that feeling coming in almost at targets. But we stick with it. We let the trade play out. Then we got another move towards the downside. So we hit target right there. Okay. So what are we doing now? We're looking for the next trade entry, aren't we? Okay. So get rid of the dealer thingy. What are we looking for? Bearish trend. We have another move towards the downside. We're looking for a retest of this structure level right there. So if we grab our dealer thingy, drop her in right there. We have our stops above the swing high. And what are we shooting for? It's over a 1 to 1. Right there. And we wait. You be patient. We enter the trade right here, right at structure. I just want people to see the power of this level. And then we wait. The trade's either going to do one or two things from here. It's either going to hit your stop or hit your target. That's it. And we follow. Until we get target hit right there. Want to go one more? One of my favorite strategies to trade, the trend continuation trade. Price action comes down, retest that. We have another pullback here. We get a new leg towards the downside. So where's our structure looking left? Right here? We all agree on that? We're doing the same thing over and over and over again. Right? New leg down, we break structure to the downside. We're looking for price action to pull back into this level right here. That is where our entries are going to be. Right there. Oops. Ooh. So stops above the swing high, the cycle high right there. We get just over a 1 to 1 right there. And then we wait. We wait to see if we get filled. Now, we don't get filled right there. This happened to me in the live room. Happened to me in the live room just the other night, right there, where price action just missed my entry and then went off to hit target. That happens too. But it's understanding the probabilities, which I'll get to later in the session here. It's understanding the probabilities, right? We want to set up a trade that's half right with the positive risk to reward profile. Brian, I missed an entry the other day in the live room by 1 pip. Went off to hit double targets. Can be frustrating, but knowing your numbers, knowing this, you're half right, positive risk to reward, and trading that every day, that likelihood, the probability of success is heavy in your favor. Okay. Absolutely. Oh. Oh, whoops. 1 sec. Let's go back. It's all about probabilities. And we continue trading that setup. We continue looking for that setup. All we're looking for is price action to create a new low and looking to get short. But what happens here? Everyone see what's going on? Price action shoots towards the upside. Look left. Structure leaves clues. Yes? What's happened here, guys? We're bearish. We're getting short. We're trading towards the downside. Price action shoots up. Right. New structure high. Alarm bell should be going off right here. Students of price action. Students of structure. We get a break above our previous high. Cycle high. So price action puts in. Pull back like this. We get another retest of that low right there. We get another retest of this high. And then price action finally moves towards the upside, breaking and closing above this right here. What is price action signaling to you right here? See how much we're tracking so far together. We're bullish, consolidating, bearish. Now we failed to retest the low. And then we've immediately turned towards the upside. Absolutely, Vincent. Reversal's happening. Price action is signaling to you that it intends to go higher. But we only know that because it comes back to what? Understanding the language of the markets. We get price action to pull back. Where do we pull back into? Look left, structure. These are where your entries are for trend trades. We have a reversal happening here because we understand the language. We get a retest of that high. We get a pullback here. We failed to retest that low. We failed to get a newer low right there. Oops. Right there. Price action moves towards the upside. We get a pullback. Where do we pull back into? Look left, structure. Nice entry towards the upside. Would you agree? Based on the strategy that we just came up with. No head and shoulders yet, Vincent. No Garnier Fructus at the moment. This is a great entry because we understand price. We understand structure. We get involved at the structure levels. So then we would have hit target. We get a pullback, pull back into, look left, structure, and then we immediately shoot up towards the upside. Any questions on this so far? Everyone understanding? We'll take a look at another one. Whoops. Let's check out this. Pound dollar. Same thing. I bet everyone can see right now. Can everyone see right now exactly what I'm going to draw, what's going to happen? Can everyone see it before I draw it? It means you're starting to get it. It means your reticular activating system is starting to pick it up. Just like Brian can pick up patterns without drawing. He's trained his eyes to see it. Just like what we're doing now. You can already see it. We get an initial move up. We get a pullback. Where do we pull back into? Look left. Get another move towards the upside. We get a pullback. Where do we pull back into? Look left. Get another move towards the upside. We get a pullback. Where do we get a pullback into? Structure leaves clues. Remember our trend trade? Is this an awesome trade to get involved with right now, right here, based on what we just covered? You better believe it. Why can you identify this opportunity and be involved in the probability of making money on this trade? I appreciate you so much, Brian. Let's begin to pay it forward so everyone can benefit from this. Right there. You can see an opportunity already for you to make money from this bullish trend. Do you agree or not? Based on what we just covered. Because you understand the language of the markets. You are starting to understand and see things that you didn't see before. Because you know how to read price. Pull back into structure. right there. Absolutely. Resistance broken towards the upside. We get a pullback. Pullback into where? Look left. Structure. Tested. Tested. Price action comes in. Tests that level. We react. We want to get involved in buying opportunities at structure levels. We want to capitalize and make money from reading and participating in the culture that is the markets. I hope I said that well. Another move towards the upside. We break above. We get a break above, Vincent. So not quite a double top. We break above. So what is price action telling you? New structure high. We come down, we fail to create a new low right there. It intends to go higher. That's why we trade based off that particular rule set. New structure high, we get a pullback. We're looking for buy opportunities. Okay. We get a little shimmy in here. Still a new structure high, still a pullback, still a move towards the upside. We get another move towards the upside, and we break above this high right here. Okay. Another move back. Where do we pull back into? Structure. Another move up right here. Another move back down. What happens here? Retest this high. We start to run out of steam. We can't make a new high. What happens right now? We get a break and close below what? Yeah, immediately we get a move towards the upside, but then we immediately shift, breaking and closing below this low right here. Again, alarm bells should be going off right there. Could be that market signaling to you, could be a change in reversal because you understand structure. We get a pullback, another move towards the downside, new structure low, we get a pullback, structure holds right there. We're looking for a sell opportunity again, based on everything that you've learned and already know up until now. You're looking for opportunities to get short. You again make money right there, retesting this low. Everyone agree so far? It's very, very, very simple. We tend to overcomplicate it. We tend to mess it up. But if we just followed price and we just followed structure and we just trade what we went over now, you would do incredibly well. New structure low, pull back, looking for entries at structure. We get a new structure low, pull back, look left. New structure low, pull back until we run out of steam. We get another move towards the upside, a lightning bolt right there, a move back down, and we know there's a shift in trend. We get another move towards the upside, a pull back here, look left into structure. We're looking to buy it up, and then we make money again, retesting that high. Any questions on that? Very, very powerful stuff. Very powerful stuff. Because it all comes down to what? Understanding price action, understanding structure. And once you train your eyes to see it, like Brian with the patterns, now you can have a strategy that if you were half right with a positive risk to reward profile, you are going to do incredibly well in your trading. Okay. Love you too. Where's my PowerPoint? Right here. That's where it is. I love patterns, market behavior. Absolutely. So 90%, what we just covered, right? 90% of retail traders are constantly losing money hand over fist. Not because they're not intelligent, but because they don't understand what you just went through, the language of the markets. how to use structure levels to identify the trade setups. What did I say that we were going to cover in this session? Price action, trade setups. Remember, what's the third one? Proof to profits. Truth. Let's say. Truth to profits. Know that they win half the time with a positive risk to reward profile. That's the secret ingredient. Now, to be actively trading, remember you've done the first part right. You've managed to spend less than you make. You have active capital to trade. Everyone here is trading live, yes? We've all managed to put money together. We're trading live right now. We're in the markets. We're active. The majority, though, consistently losing money because they're trading in things. That's awesome, Russell. Majority consistently lose money because they're trading in things that they do not understand. And they're losing capital. Brian, master one pair and go from there. Absolutely. That rhymes too. I like that. Master one pair and go from there. I love that. That sounds real catchy. How many of you here have already invested, or how many of you are honest enough to admit that you've lost $5,000, $10,000 or pounds trying to make this work? We've all had our fair share. Come on. We've all had our fair share here. We've all lost. Let's be honest. Right? Here's the thing. This is only a sliver of the knowledge that I use every day to teach traders who are part of my private client group, who are well on their way to becoming consistently profitable trader. And I'm looking at them right now, who are going through a streamlined approach to getting from profits to consistent profits. And you'll see that in the end part that I'm about to go over, the critical piece that everyone is missing, that most retail traders wish they had, because I want to over-deliver on my promise to you, right? A streamlined approach to get you results that you deserve in half the time. I'm constantly adding new material to keep everyone up to date. It's imperative I do so. It's one of the ways to respect your time and investment, the most precious currency we have. We can make money back, but we can't make back our time. So it's a duty of mine and a responsibility for lifetime updates. As long as I'm breathing, that's what I'm doing. Why? Aspiring traders don't have time for the next 12 months understanding the nuances of different strategies and systems. Would you agree? If there's a way, we would love to cut that in half, if more. So what people need is a program specifically designed to teach the skills necessary to make informed buying and selling decisions in the market without the overwhelming headaches, indecision, and lack of clarity. Right? People also need this crucial information in days, not weeks or months, as everyone is really preserving their time more and more so, especially what's happening now. So with all the high demand and all the knowledge I have, I decided to put together something I created called Star Trader 2.0. And a lot of familiar faces in here already have access to this. They can sing my praises if they wish to, right? So right now, get immediate access to everything that made me a consistently profitable trader and what my current clients are going through and getting results with right now. Because I see their work. I see their results, and I'm genuinely excited for that. So what I want to do is switch over to Star Trader 2.0 itself to walk through the steps. I want to show you what the streamlined approach is. Thank you, Brian. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you. So this is what they're familiar with, okay? This is Star Trader 2.0. Now, the first thing that you will notice is there's a live room here. There's a countdown, excuse me. Okay. So this is a live room that I do from Monday to Friday at London Market Open. When the countdown reaches 0, Phil C, that's me, will go live for the London day trade session. Okay. I do that every day. And what we're looking for is high probability setups. Everything that we just covered right in front of you, I do in a live market environment because proof of concept is key and transparency is key. Anyone can sell a course, but it's putting together the material and staying consistent with it. Daily disciplines, practice daily, and actually getting results with it live in front of people. Would you agree with that? It's so important. The industry is lacking that. If you can't make it live, you can watch the replays. Okay? You can come in here every day and watch the replay. The advanced is next level. I'll get to that. So in here, there's me. I go live Monday to Friday and I trade my portfolio right in front of you. Okay? We document all the trades. We go through everything that you have access to inside the members area and we put it to work in the live markets and you can follow along if you so desire. It's not a signal service, but it's as close as I can get to earn as you learn as I can, right? So that's the live room every day. Then we got the most important part, foundation. The foundation series is a 4-part video series. This will give you the understanding of, excuse me, this will give you the understanding of setting trading up as a business, right? This is crucial information that I don't see available anywhere else. Is spending time to learn how to set up trading as a business, okay? Because this is an entirely new profession for you. So we want to take that serious. We'll have fun with it, but we want to get serious with it. So that's why I put together the foundation series. Important to go through before you hit the education material. So what's in here? Videos, activities, and workbooks. We go in depth with price action, the language of the markets, what we just covered, but more in depth looking at that. With structure added on top, look left, mantra. Fibonacci's, we add Fibonacci retracements and Fibonacci extensions into the mix. And then we take a look at the first strategy here. This is what Russell's testing at the moment, right? And doing really well, by the way. I'm about to show your results, by the way, Russell. I don't think you know that. I pulled your data for an example. Trend continuation trade, part 1, part 2. How to do your first strategy here, how to trade with the trend. And it's really, really, really good. Okay. I think Brian does that too. Example of price action, example of trend continuation trade, do the activities and do the workbooks, right? E. Then we got advanced. So this is where Brian shines, right? This is using ratios, pattern trading, the psychology behind why patterns work over and over again. We've got the BAT pattern here, another strategy, Gartley pattern, another strategy, Cypher pattern, another strategy, butterfly pattern, another strategy. Again, with the activities and the workbooks here. ATRs, stop placements, so entry, stops, and targets. Live examples here, okay? Patterns pay, that's the mantra here. Advanced patterns, patterns pay, big time. Really awesome strategies here, right there. And then the crucial part, okay? Truth to profits. This method right here, forming a strategy. So we've got S for strategy, T for test it, A for analyze it, R to get results with it. And here's a testimonial right here from Sean, who became consistently profitable using this. Exact same method, the one I'm going to give you right now. How do we do that? We use a spreadsheet, okay? We use a spreadsheet. I'm going to show you Russell's. I've got R and Brian together. I'll show you Russell's spreadsheet, right? This is what it looks like, okay? After you learn everything, this is what you have access to. This is the truth to profits. This is turning on your trading and making it work. If you don't decide to work with me and you want to just walk away from this, take this home with you. This is so important. This is crucial, right? Paying attention now. We want to test We want to know if we're half right with the positive risk to reward. That is all you want to know. Do I have an edge trading? If you have a positive expectancy, you are good to go. You have a winning system. If you don't, you have a losing system. You will consistently lose money. Brian, if you go through the whole series step by step and advanced, we'll jump out. Charts will come alive with patterns. Yeah, Brian has become the signal service. So forget about those services. Brian produces the signals. He makes money with the patterns because he's done this step. He's done this part. Okay. What we're doing is we're going to take the strategies that you learn and log them into the spreadsheet. Okay. We're going to filter your data so when you're actively able to trade in front of the charts, this is to create your business in a realistic sense. Then we want to review 100 trades, and then we want to trade live, which a couple of you are doing right now, and I'm proud of you. So this is what it looks like. Right? This is Russell's strategy, trend continuation trade. This is what he is testing. Right? He's taking that same strategy and testing it. Right? So we want to know our numbers because we treat trading as a business. This is the key. This is the secret ingredient to take home to your trading. So right up here, we have a green box. And this is a positive expectancy for target 1. And this is target 2. After you test your strategy, all we want to, I made it very, very simple. All we want to see is if we have a green box or red box. A green box means we have a winning system. We're ready to trade it live and make money with it. A red box means you do not trade that strategy. And most retail traders who are trading active live accounts right now do not know their numbers. And that's why they are consistently losing money and taking off profits early and reacting emotionally because they don't have access to this right here. All we want to know is, are we half right? Look at the win percentage here. You let me know. I know it's small text actually, but are we half right? Is Russell half right on the trend continuation trade? 57% accuracy. His average win is 25 pips. His average loss is 15 pips. He has more wins than he does losses. Yeah. Brian's seeing your work for the first time, Russell. Risk to reward has over 1.5 to 1 on target 1. Right? He knows his numbers. He knows that if he trades this strategy in a live account, this is what he's expected to lose. 5%. Do you know your expected loss streaks? Do you know your expected win streaks? Do you know how often you're right? Do you know how much you gain when you do and how much you lose when you don't? This is crucial, guys. Without this, you can't make trading work because you don't have an edge. So the truth to profits part is this is what I wanted to show you and what most people don't. And it's disingenuous if people don't. Because this is it, guys. This makes trading work. His expected loss is 5% trading the strategy. He's made over 1,000 pips. Excellent work. He's got a return on investment of 55%. He's doing incredibly well. Why? Because he understands price action, structure, his entry stops and targets, and he put in the work and he did the testing. So now he can go live trade. Okay? He can go make money. Because he did the hard work. The question is, how long does it take to get there? Well, it's not 12 months. We can do this in as little as 2 months. It does require a little bit more work, but what's 2 months versus years of mucking around, right? Does this make sense? So is there any questions on this so far? This is really important stuff, right? So that's what it takes to become profitable. Now, normally This kind of material, what I've just shown you, normally people pay $5,000 for. From the conversations I've had with prospects and my clients, and it's not uncommon for people to pay $3,000 to $10,000 for an education with little to nothing to show for it. And that breaks my heart. Has anyone else been in this pain and been in this position? They invested in it. Oh, that's a bit of a waste. I don't really understand. No one's really helping me properly. It sucks and it hurts. So for anyone, including myself, when I was first coming up aspiring to be a professional trader, I lost a lot of money too. And we all get put off the idea for education, don't we? I'm on calls every day with people around the world who have similar notions right now. They want to put it off. I've been told that recently. Because I know very well that it breaks my heart. I know very well that eventually people do need the right information and guidance. And it's typically after they've lost tens of thousands of dollars before making that commitment. When if done prior to that, such a small investment and commitment to do it right would have saved them a lot of money and acquired a skill set in the process and already be making consistent returns. But the temptation to shortcut and put it off ends up costing us well in over our heads, doesn't it? So it's stopped the bleeding time. Because sooner or later, people admit that they'd have been far better off investing a little bit of money in doing it right. Myself included back when I got started. So it hurts my heart when they say, oh, I'm just going to put it off. The offer I want to make with you is not 10,000. It's not 5,000. It's not 3,000. Now, a lot of you are in the UK and the US, so I'll use both here. Now, remember, this is normally a monthly subscription. A lot of people can vouch for that at the moment because of the Star Live Trading Room, the replays on demand, and the daily coaching. But the offer for the Star Trader 2.0 and everything you need to achieve the results you not only need but deserve to have is $1,297, which is £1,097. Now, I changed this today. After recently talking with some people, I changed this today, actually. I don't want to do that either. The reason being is Christmas is coming up and we need our funds for family, which I want to wholeheartedly respect. So because of this, the one-time offer is £495. Okay? You get everything that I showed you. The Star Live Trading, the replays on demand, Foundation Series, price action, structure, Fibonacci retracement extensions, trend trade, BAT, Gartley, Cypher, butterfly patterns, entry stops and targets, psychology to trading, and the STAR method, the strategy, test, analyze results, and backtesting and money management spreadsheet, and direct access to myself to help you every step of the way. I'm here for you. So I'll drop the link in the chat right now and just get that out to you. Get that out to you there. Any questions so far as I walk through? I want to walk through a bonus with you that I want to give to you. Brian, worth every penny in my opinion. The power I feel seeing what I see in the charts now is second to none. Oh man, it's almost ridiculous what I now see in Euro, Pound, and Pound Yen. Thanks, Brian, man. Like I wholeheartedly appreciate you and the people that I'm working with. It is a fulfilling feeling to have. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. So the bonus that I want to give to you, so starprosper.com/live. It's a 6-month bundle because I know people hate subscriptions. So I'm trying to remodel that and deliver my best thing that I can for you. Yeah, £497, one time, 6 months. You get everything that I mentioned. It's ridiculously affordable, especially at the timing right now. I know Christmas around the corner. I'm thinking of you. I just want you to know that in the most genuine expression I can. Bonus time. I want to make this deal a no-brainer for you. Now I'm actually doing this next weekend, by the way. It's next Saturday. A lot of my clients are going to be there as well. Learning to read price action takes time, and I know you are going to have questions. So I want to invite you in on something very special firstly, I want to give you direct access to me via chat. You will have questions, and I'm there with you every step of the way, and I mean that with screen shares, and people can vouch for me here as well. I actually care about you getting results because that is the only thing that matters to me. That's all I want out of this. Help other people achieve what it is they want to achieve. That's important to me. I also want to include the Star Get Together, okay? Now, it's a monthly coaching group to work on anything that you need. So every first Saturday of every month, all the clients have the opportunity for a Star Get Together and work on their goals in trading and in life, right? So everything that you need help with, you can show up on every Saturday. It's a first Saturday of every month. A lot of people tend to shy away from helping their clients. I don't. I do not. I'm there all the time. And I want to use that as leverage and to be involved with everything that you are doing to make trading work for you because you deserve it. Now, this is a premium service, and I also want to give it to you for free today as well. Okay? That's what I want to do. Star Get Together is great. We all get together. We all go through what we're working on. It's so amazing to see everyone's face and interact, and you know, it's really beautiful. I love it. Now you get all of that for £497. Okay, total over £3,000. So you're saving what, 2,600, right? It's ridiculous. It's the best thing that I could come up with prior to Christmas to give you everything that you need. Okay, there is a catch. There is a catch. This offer is only available until this Sunday midnight. That's it. That's it. Bit of accountability here for commitment and taking action. So you have 48 hours, right? You have to make a decision within the next 48 hours, but it's not that big of a deal. All you have to do is click on the link in the chat to join and to get started and team up with me. That's it. Now, what is unfortunate is that for most people, they will realize this after it is too late, as we just covered. They'll realize how little they knew after their investments are gone, right? That's what happens. You don't have to be one of those who live in the dark while hoping and praying that their investments don't go to zero. You don't have to be that person. I have a passion for the markets and also to help others, and I've managed to live a purpose in my life to fulfill a deep desire I have to help you achieve financial success in your life with the skill set of trading. That's what I'm here to do for you, okay? So make the right choice, please enroll, and let's get started together. And if you have any questions, please let me know, and I'd be happy to be of service to you as much as I humanly can. And I promise you this. This is my guarantee. This is my promise, okay? And everyone here can vouch for this. If you go, because Brian just said it before, but if you go through the steps outlined, okay, the streamlined approach that we have, if you go through the steps outlined and you do all the right steps, the attainment of what you want out of this, the skill set in trading, is absolutely inevitable for you if you decide to do it with commitment. And I wholeheartedly wish that for you. I really do. So please enroll, click on the link in the chat, and let's get started today. Anyone that I need to go over with right now? I don't think so. I think everything is smooth. Everything is good right there. It is actually 7:25 right now at night for me. So if there is nothing else, I wholeheartedly appreciate every single one of you for being here. And for those of you who are with me already, I will see everyone for the Star Get Together. It is, Vincent. It is. I will see everyone for the Star Get Together next Saturday. And for those of you in the live room, I'll see you then as well on Monday morning. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your time and every single one of you, sending lots of love. And thanks so much. And until next time, be safe, enjoy life, and I'll talk to you soon. All right. Thank you so much, everyone.